My name is Joe Bruno. I was employee number 1 at Building Hope. And we have our 3 grant award winners for the model charter school category. Model charter schools are individual schools or small charter school networks that have found a unique way to empower students, serve communities, and innovate education. We have 3 leaders that have made a great impact in their communities: Greenville, South Carolina, Miami, would be the Miami area, right, in Orange County in California. So from 3 really parts of this the world in the United States are here today to speak with us. So when I was preparing for my remarks, I was sitting out there and everybody came up to me and gave me some ideas, okay? And the first one was use AI to tell a joke. So, I never used AI, but I pulled it up. I put 3 words: charter schools and joke. And here's what I got. Why did the math book look so sad? That's the first question.
Why?
It's because it had so many problems.
Oh.
However, the 3 charter schools here, you're in good hands. You can solve those problems. That's what I got. Okay, so had so many problems. And the 3 folks here at the charter school are going to solve the problem tonight. So then a young lady came up to me, Dominique Moore, happened to be last year's Shelley, the Shelley Braswell winner, okay, of the Parent Award. And she coincidentally from Washington, D.C. And she said it takes an educational innovation to drive change that we need in our communities today. I thought that was a pretty powerful statement, okay? So think about that. Our nation's academic results have slipped because of the pandemic and probably for other reasons. So how will education innovation impact our future? That's sort of one of the topics today, okay? So I'm going to open up. I'd let you introduce yourselves, and then maybe we can go around and ask some questions, okay?
Sure. Good afternoon. My name is Micheal Ciceek, and I have the honor and privilege of serving as the principal for the Orange County School of the Arts in Santa Ana, California. And I'm also here representing our sister school, California School of the Arts, San Gabriel Valley in Duarte, California, which is about 40 miles away.
Great.
I'm Jeanine Finlay, and I am head of schools for True North Classical Academy here in Miami.
And I'm Marinelle Anthony. I'm the principal and leader of Greenville Technical Charter High School in upstate South Carolina. 3
topics, right? We'll just go one at a time so we don't do all 3 at one time. Community engagement, educational innovation, and student empowerment. And could you tell me how your particular schools would, addressing community engagement, or what's your program? Because it's very important, right? Community engagement.
So at GTCHS, we're located just right in the heart of Greenville. And so we partner with the community in multiple ways. One of the major ones are community service. Our students do 50 hours of community service a year. We have Serve Day. We deploy our school to over 15 to 20 organizations for one day. But collectively, our students give back 20,000 hours of service a year. We also partner with the community in other ways. We have internship opportunities for our students, and so having organizations and businesses willing to bring our students in for that is really important. But some of our biggest community partnerships are with people like the Phoenix Center, which is a mental health organization. And so obviously the pandemic brought about a lot of mental health challenges, more issues with teen dependence on drug and alcohol use. And so partnering with them and bringing them in for counseling sessions, for town halls, just all of those things just really benefit our school, and I think also benefit the community as a whole.
And the kids that go to your school really love that. How many of the kids embrace those, especially the pandemic and the healthcare and the mental health? Is that everybody?
So we have about 540 students for next year. Right now we have 500, but our students have really embraced it. We have an organization on our campus called Students in Action. Their goal the past few years has really been to remove that stigma of mental health. Like, they really want our teenagers to not feel that something's wrong with you, that you're going to be othered if you go to counseling. They want it to make it more of a norm. And so one of our seniors this year actually put on a mental health awareness week, where each day she highlighted a different area of mental health. And And when she came to me, she said, Ms. Anthony, I just want kids to know that it's okay to ask for help. She said, I've learned that it's okay to ask for help, and part of my journey has been that. And I want everyone to realize that should be normal and okay to do.
It's great.
So for us, I think community, it goes in two ways. It's externally and then building that internal community. So externally, our students, just like her school, our students are required to perform at least 100 minimum hours of community service. And we as a school, our community, our leaders, we reach out to church members because, as you know, we're very limited on space in Miami. So that's how we've been able to make connections outside of the community so that we have facility space as well. So we've made great partnerships with churches, local businesses. We have a foundation that we try to raise money for our school, Give Miami Day. So we reached out to our parents, business partners, and just to help raise money. And we were able to do that as well. Now, internally, I think that is vital so the outside could see how tight of a community we are within our school. So we have student government. We do great things with our students. We have something, at least in the high school, called a symposium, where I've talked about it before, where we shut down the whole entire school, and it's a time spent on, we're very big and it's vital to who we are, virtue and character. So we pick a topic and we invite speakers to come down and speak to our students and our faculty. And we have seminars with great text about the certain virtue that we're discussing. For example, we just had one a couple of months ago that it was on self-discipline. So we had an amazing speaker from out of town come in and give a great lecture on what it is to be self-disciplined. And then we went back to the classes and we had discussions on great texts about self-discipline. And it was great to see all those students engaging with other faculty members that they might not know because they don't have them as teachers. And they were able to have these great discussions. And then they have free time with the faculty, and it's a great way for our faculty and our students to connect with each other and build those relationships. So I think externally and internally, both are very important in building community.
I think you have another large community following. I just recently went to your gala. There were
Our gala.
650 people, parents and friends, right?
Yes, it was
It's a huge
beautiful.
success, I suspect.
Yes,
right?
it was
I could
amazing.
see the love and just
Yeah.
walking around those two
Yeah.
rooms there, and about how excited they were about you being in their
Yeah,
community.
and our parents are the ones that really put that together. All of that was volunteer hours. Our students were involved. Local partnerships and businesses help sponsor. I mean, it was just an amazing event. So we do that yearly.
Right, incredibly well done, and shows all the community love.
Yeah, Joe, I mean, just like my colleagues have said, I mean, the community connection is really important, and both internally and externally. It's almost like layers of an onion of what we're trying to do. So we really have a strong, robust connection within our school, but because of our 16 conservatories at the Orange County School of the Arts, it's almost schools within schools where that community is built internally. Externally, we're really fortunate that we have 2 K-8 charter schools that are directly across the street from us. And so our students are doing a lot of volunteer work as tutors and guest artists in those schools. Our creative writing students actually go in and they're teaching arts to the students in the other schools. And then we run a very robust summer enrichment and school year enrichment program called our CS Arts Academy, where in the summertime we have up to 1,200 students in the larger Santa Ana community that are coming in mostly on scholarship to be taught arts by our students, guided by our instructors, and getting some of that training that they otherwise might not be able to, because in our area, we believe it's very important to be connected to that local community. As the onion gets bigger, the larger arts community in Orange County and in the Southern California area is an important resource for us, both from an advisory standpoint, as well as just a networking and industry standpoint. So we have to really think about all those ways that we're connected internally and externally, like Jeanine said. Recent legislative change in California required that all teachers at charter schools in California had to have a teacher credential. Now, that doesn't seem like that should be rocket science, but for the longest time, that was not the case. And so our artist instructors were professionals in the field coming in and working with our students to really show them the industry prep. As a result of that change, one of the innovative steps that we've done is we've moved all of our arts instructors into career technical education credentials, CTE credentials. And we have partnered with the County Department of Education to actually train them, pay for their credentials, get them the professional development, to give them that pedagogy, to be that teacher for people who may not have necessarily done that in the past, but it's strengthening that connection and the instruction that we're doing.
Great.
And then for us, it's a classical education model. And as we've grown, something that I think our leaders are so proud of is that we have built this continuous improvement model over the years, especially when we first started. And I think of it as a pie, and what it does is it's divided into 4 parts. It's culture, community, curriculum, and character, building character. And I think it's important that, and what's innovative is that we put so much of our budget back to our teachers. Our teachers are what spend so much time with our own students, and we want them well prepared. So our teachers come to school 3 weeks prior to students arriving at school, and we provide training. We bring in national speakers on classical education, and we divide it into pedagogy, classroom management, and rigor. And what we do is we train our teachers. And we developed, we learned from a great network of charter schools, because it's great to learn what other people are doing. And we picked up on this coaching model that is amazing. So you think of it as a sports coach, let's say. So they videotape their athletes and they review it play by play. How can we get better? You missed a footing, so we need to work on that footing. And then they move on to the next skill. So that's what we do with our teachers. We implement one action step at a time, and we work on that and we master it, and we role play until they master that one step. And then we move on to the next step. So this really helps build a collaborative effort with each other, and it's supportive, not evaluative at all, and they understand that. And that's how we retain our teachers, is by building that big support that we have for them. So I think that's one of the proudest things that we've done, so that when you walk into, let's say, one of our campuses and you go to another campus, it's the same techniques. And we just want to make our good teachers great and our great teachers excellent. So,
yeah, I can resonate with that. We really focus on engagement versus compliance. We think about inquiry learning, making sure that we're building those critical thinking skills. We're a middle college program, so obviously to get the students ready to walk up the hill and sit in a regular college class, they cannot just be knowing the plot of the book. They have to go beyond that and deeper than that, and develop those critical thinking skills. So lots of inquiry, project-based, problem-based learning happening in the classrooms. And then beyond that, I think it's really innovative that our teachers are constantly striving to bring something new to our students that come from them. So for example, we have a meteorologist on staff who teaches science. So he teaches an elective in meteorology because he can. Our music teacher had some extra space in the schedule, and so he developed a digital media arts program that is completely free, because he went on and found this software, and the students can learn how to use sounds, put them together electronically, and build music, which is really cool and fascinating to me. But then he went and presented it at the local conference, so that now it's open to all the teachers in South Carolina that want to try and adopt that. And I think that's really the heart of charter, right? Like, you innovate, you incubate, and then you take it out to the world. And I think that's part also what our aviation program has done in South Carolina. Had a teacher who wanted to teach aviation, but wanted to do it differently. Most of the aviation programs focus on the engineering and aircraft maintenance pathways. He wanted to bring in the pilot pathway. So he found a free curriculum. He went and got trained in the curriculum and brought that back. We applied to be an innovative CTE course with the State Department, and now we have 4 other districts signing on to make that a permanent CTE course in South Carolina. So
I know that our third topic is student empowerment, but I think we spoke about it. I think the community component, which is probably student empowerment, right? Thank you for giving us your time, your thoughts, your ideas, your leadership, and having successful school models. And thank you.
thank you.